Hi, welcome to this tutorial. I'm Maria and I'm the founder of Brazilians. You're watching my first tutorial online. Today we're going to learn how to make this bag right here. This is a customization for a client Valentine's Day theme, and I decided to also make a tutorial because this bag is so cute. You can see that the strap is very sturdy. Because it's very sturdy, it sits perfectly on your shoulder. It doesn't it doesn't go anywhere. It's really good. I didn't put a button here, but that's also an option if you want to do that. So we're gonna have three parts of this bag. We're gonna make the body of the bag, and then we're gonna close the bag and do the wrap, and then we're going to make the strap. These are the materials that I'm going to use for this bag. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. To start, I'm going to use 2 strings and hook number 9. I'm going to start making a slip knot. Hold the strings like this between your fingers. You're going to place your hook under the strings, and then you're going to turn like this and go back like a twist, yarn over, pull through. And that's how I make my slip knot. So I'm going to chain 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Just a reminder that our bag folds in half. So from the first row, you have an idea of how big your bag is going to be. I'm just going to make a small to medium bag, but usually I do make this bag bigger. So usually I go from 23 to 25 chains. So you do whatever feels right for you. After we're done with our foundation with 19 chains, you see that I have the chain on the hook. We always going to ignore the chain on the hook. We're never going to use this. And then I have the next chain from the hook. I'm going to skip this chain and I'm going to use this second chain. And this whole bag and the body bag is made with single crochet. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna insert our hook into the second chain from the hook. Going to grab the string and pull through like this, and then yarn over and pull through all the loops. And that's how you have a single crochet. So this is number 1. Now let's work on our second single crochet. Insert the hook, pull the string. Now you have 2 loops. Grab the strings, and then you're gonna do the same thing until you reach the very last chain on your row. We are at the very last chain on our first row. It's looking so pretty. That's how it looks on the back. And right here, it might look like we have 2 chains, but we do not have 2 chains here. We have 1, and this is the chain from the slip knot, so we are not going to work on this one. All right, this is our first row. That's how it looks like. So right now you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to turn your work. Now we're going to work on this side. We're going to do the same thing over and over. And now you're going to, once again, make a single crochet on each chain across. Do you see this V? That's how you know what is the front loop and what is the back loop. On this bag, we're gonna work on both loops. So I'm gonna insert my hook under, making sure I'm going under both loops, not like this or like this. I'm going to go under both like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll see you when I reach my last chain. My second row is almost done. So as you can see, there is a little V right here. So I'm going to insert the hook under. It's a little bit hard on the hands. It's a little bit tight, but it's pretty manageable. And now I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. And that's what we're going to do until you reach the height that you want. I'm going to start my third row right now. So we chain 1, we turn out work, and now we're going to repeat the same process. Under the V, and pull through all the loops. Do it again, and again. And this is my third row. So I'm going to finish my row and I'll see you guys when I'm at the end. I'm on my very last chain. As you can see, there is a V right here. We're gonna work on that last chain together. Insert the hook, grab the strings, pull through the loop. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, and that's how you finish your third row. Chain 1, turn a work. I'm going to continue working on this body until I reach the height I want, and I'll come back once I'm done with that part. All right, so I'm done with the body of the bag. I did 12 rows. I'm doing a very colorful bag, so I changed yarn in the middle of it. So this is the size I want. We are going to fold this bag in half. Once again, if you want this to be wider or longer, higher or wider, you will add more rows and more chains. All right, so we are going to cut this part right here. When you fold your bag in half, you should have, if you're doing the same numbers as I'm doing, you should have 10 chains. So this 2 here, I'm gonna count as 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10 right here at the top. So just match it up this side like this, and so we can close the bags parallel like this. Close the bags. I'm still going to use 2 strings, and I'm going to insert my hook on the very end, which is I'm combining these 2 chains right here. And please make sure that when you insert your hook, you're still aligned on the top. So I get my 2 strings, I place my strings on my hook, and then I pull through the loops like this, right? You can leave some strings down if you want. And then we're going to do a slip knot right here. After you do that, once again, make sure everything is correct. I'm going to start inserting my hook and then do a single crochet. I hope you can see well, but I'm inserting my hook under the 2 chains from each side. Then I grab my strings like this. This is the slip knot. We're gonna grab this one right here, and we are done right here. And now we are going to do the same thing on the other side. So I closed both sides of my bag, and it's looking like this. If you don't want to have the strings loose like that, you can just weave in, you know, we can put inside and weave in between the stitches. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to wrap around the yarn over the side of the bag that we just did. See that we have the V showing at the very end of the bag, and then above it we have those little curves of the stitch that we made. So between the curves, that's where we are going to insert our hook. Let's get the 2 strings, and I'm going to insert the hook here, and then I'm going to place the strings on my hook. I'm going to pull the strings, and then I'm going to make a slip knot like that, right? I want to hide the 2 strings from the wrap, so I'm just going to place the strings right here on the top so I can hide it. So once again, I'm going to insert my hook, then I'm going to grab the yarn, I'm going to pull, you're going to have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the loops on your hook. And that's what we're going to keep doing until we reach the end of our bag. Right here at the end, it's a little bit tricky to see where you're going to insert your hook, but so you're just gonna have to find a way to do that, because we need to do all the way through the end. There you go. What I like to do here sometimes is to grab a smaller hook and then try to fix the strings right here, because you're kind of like in a weird position. There you go. That's much better. And now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and I'll be right back. Let's move forward to the strap of the bag. I'm still going to keep using the 2 strings. I'm going to start with the slip knot one more time. Oops. There you go. I'm going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, now that I made 10, I'm going to close this as if it was a ring. I'm going to insert my hook on the last chain like this. And now I have 2 loops on my hook. I'm going to grab the strings and going to pull under all the loops on the hook like this. And I'm going to do a slip knot, and I'm going to work on each chain till we reach the end, making single crochet. We are only using the back loop only. So right here, only the back loop, like this. And we're gonna keep doing this until we have the height that we want for our strap. I'm going to keep going. That's when you're going to put your favorite show or your favorite podcast and just relax. I am done with my strap, and this is how it's looking like. It's very chunky and sturdy, and because of this pattern, it sits perfectly on your shoulders. There are 2 chains on the side. I'm going to skip the first chain. I'm going to insert my hook on the second chain, grab the last loop I did, and pull through that loop. That way I can kind of like hide the chain. I'm gonna go between the space we have right here and insert my hook on the lower chain and pull the yarn. That way we kind of hide our end. This should be very secure, and now I'm just going to hide the ends inside of my strap like this. To attach the strap on the bag, I'm going to use this ring. Also use this other ring like this. I do think this one here is better. However, I don't have this at home anymore, so I'm just going to use this simple ring right here. There you go. And this is how your bag should look like. The strap is very neat and sturdy.